Hey guys, it's me, Carrie, and I was planning to shoot my EOS lip balm collection for you today. I'm going to be shortly, but I realized I still had 5 remaining EOS in my as yet untested, unreviewed pile. So I wanted to go ahead and open those up and swatch them and give you my thoughts and impressions on them first, so that way I can do a complete collection when I'm through with this. So I got a set from my dear friend Mary in a friend mail. It is the Holiday Limited Edition collection that contains peppermint cream in the visibly soft lip balm sphere and pomegranate raspberry in the organic lip balm stick. And this was the packaging it came in. I just now opened it because I label my EOS's at the bottom, because otherwise I would never remember which ones are which. Although peppermint would be pretty easy with the red and white, but I always get them mixed up. So I'm going to start with those two. This one obviously is the spherical design. I really like that it's candy cane striped like that. It's super, super pretty. But let's just bust right into it. It just looks like, you know, the standard typical EOS color. Oh, it does smell really good. Definitely different than the Sweet Mint, which is one of my favorite EOS scents to date. Yeah, that's really nice. It's like, not, I don't want to say it's like a Starlight Mint. If you ever had the mint candies that are like, they're hard and kind of squarish, but they melt in your mouth. I don't know what they're called. They may even just be called soft mints. I don't know. Sometimes you can get them at like diners and places like that, although that may be just like a New York phenomenon, or Jersey, because I know Jersey's like the diner capital of the world. But if you've ever eaten a soft mint, if you know what that is, or you Google it, that's what this smells like to me. Mint and sweet, but like a sweet peppermint, not like a sweet generic mint like the Sweet Mint smells like. I know I'm not explaining this well, but it smells really, really nice. Not sharp and super pepperminty like a candy cane, sweeter than that. Just really, 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 really nice scent. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Let me try it. See if it's got any flavor and test the formula, of course. I do apply with a heavy hand when I'm doing it for testing purposes. I wouldn't use this much on a typical day, probably. Sadly, it does not have a flavor, but it feels really moisturizing. I know that's like what lip balm doesn't, although there are some that don't. Has a bit of shine. Just a really good formula. EOS is pretty consistent, I think, to my experience. I'm not as well versed in EOS, to be honest, as I am in, say, Lip Smacker or Chapstick. I have a ton of them, but I don't reach for them as often as I do other brands, and I don't know why that is, actually, because I do really like EOS a lot. It might be the lack of flavor thing. I do really like when my lip balms have both scent and flavor, and EOS's, although some of the newer ones I've gotten have had flavor, this one does not, but I really like how it feels, so I know I'll definitely use the heck out of it. So I do like this one a lot. It's really, really nice. And it does give you a little bit of peppermint tingles. Not a ton, but a little bit. Okay, the other half of this set was the Pomegranate Raspberry Organic Lip Balm Stick, and that is this. And this is my very first time experiencing an EOS stick, so I'm really excited just to see if it feels any different. I do have the pomegranate raspberry, I believe, in the sphere, but it's just a little bit lighter. It almost looks like it's pure white, whereas the spheres sometimes have like, they look kind of off-white to me. I know this is really not capturing it perfectly, but let's see. But it looks, you know, just like a normal stick balm. Let me swatch. Oh, it definitely does feel much slicker, a little bit thinner formula. A little bit greasy almost, but not in a way that's unpleasant. Just really glides on very, very softly. I don't think you can really see the swatches at all, but oh, that smells really good. Definitely, wow, definitely big difference in the formula. I'm surprised. I didn't expect it to be any different. Yeah, that is definitely a much thinner formula. Like I said, much more slick, really just slides on very smoothly. Not that the other one didn't, but it's just, I don't know. Greasy has a negative connotation, and I don't mean it to be that way, but it's definitely a much thinner shinier, just glides across your lip kind of formula. I don't think I'm tasting anything in that one either. Maybe a tiny bit. But I really like that. I am so shocked because I really did not expect the stick formula to be any different than the sphere. I really just thought it was going to be a different shape. That's really cool. Okay, the next one, I'm going to try to wipe off these swatches somewhat. The next one, we'll get a new tissue. I have a set of 2 of the sticks that I received in a friend mail from my friend Julie, and these were individually wrapped. These were not a duo. One is Sweet Mint and one is and I want to get the name exactly right. I have to save the labels until I actually put labels on. It's the vanilla, but I want to say it exactly the right way. I'm trying to find the little tiny piece where they lift it. Oh, it's just called Vanilla Bean. Okay. And they look like these. And these are actually bigger than this one, which is shocking. I just assumed they'd all be the same size, too. And this one's also different packaging. This one, let me show you. This one has the EOS logo in, like, I hope you can see it. I'm doing a really bad job of capturing it on camera. There it is. You can kind of see it. It's in an oval, and then it has EOS inside the oval. Whereas this one just has the logo. There you go. Just the letters, just EOS, without any oval around it. But there is a size difference as well. You can see very easily from there and from the bottom. This one has the EOS logo on the bottom. This one does not. This one is newer, I believe, because it's this year's limited edition collection. This is from like the standard core line, but I just thought that was of note that they do make them in different sizes. The one from the holiday collection was 0.14 ounces, and the one from the individual was... Wow, wait a minute, that says 0.14 ounces. Oh my gosh, so it's actually the same amount of product. My mind is blown. It's just completely different packaging. They streamlined it in the newer one. That's really unexpected. But it does actually say on the label here, if I can get it to show, which I probably cannot. But it does say 0.14 ounces on there. I promise you it does. But okay, so let's just swatch this one first. And it is much wider around, same color. Let's swatch. Yeah, that's definitely more of like a spearminty almost scent. I'm probably not getting it right, but it definitely smells very, very different than the other one. I am not as big of a fan of this one now as I am of the other one, scent-wise, and that's weird because Sweet Mint was one of my favorites before, but let's just try this out. Same slick formula. No flavor. But yeah, very, very interesting. So I do much prefer the scent on the peppermint cream over the Sweet Mint. Just an FYI. Although I do still like the Sweet Mint and it does still give tingles. So that's really shocking and interesting, and I did not expect that at all. And then this one again is the Vanilla Bean. And it looks like these. Kind of get a little bit of a sideways angle of it. Let's swatch. I'm running out of swatching space. I'll have to wipe my hand down a little better. Very, very, very lightly scented. Like super duper duper lightly. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, let's see how it feels. And it feels very nice. Again, same formula as the other 2 sticks. But almost no scent at all. That's a bummer. But I do like how it feels, and it's definitely very shiny and glossy, so it's great on those notes. But as far as the scent, and this is now the second Vanilla Bean that I've tried. I've also tried a Vanilla Bean Britney Spear. I've tried a Vanilla Bean Sphere, and that didn't really have a lot of scent either. So I'm I'm really sad that EOS kind of dropped the ball on Vanilla Bean in terms of my, general impressions. And that's a scent that I really, really, really dig. So I'm kind of bummed about that. That's honestly my biggest complaint about EOS to date, is that their Vanilla Bean scents are not strong at all. But last but not least, we have this one. This is the Blackberry Nectar, which I think I still had on my wish list because I forgot someone sent it to me and I don't remember who did. I'm so sorry about that. I want to swatch this one on my right hand because this is one I've been wanting for a while. I like the Visibly Softs a lot. That is really strongly scented. It smells amazing, and I don't have a lot of blackberry anything in lip balm, to be honest. I may have like a lip smacker somewhere, but that would probably be about it. But let me apply this one. Oh, it feels a little bit gritty. That's odd. Huh. I've never had an EOS feel gritty before. It does feel the slightest bit gritty. That's kind of a bummer. Not unusably gritty, not like super annoying, but mildly irritating. Like, just kind of weirds me out a little bit. But this Visibly Soft feels softer and more glidable, if that's not a word, but it glides better than the Peppermint Cream one did, like in a head-to-head competition. But I really do like both of them in terms of the way they feel. But the Peppermint Cream was a thicker, not so glidable consistency. This one feels more like the stick ones do. Not getting flavor off that one either. But overall, my impressions are, no offense, Julie, at all, but I'm not so much a fan of these bigger stick ones, and I don't know why. There's something about them that's just a slightly bit off-putting. I don't know. Let me check something, actually, and that might answer my question. Let me check. I just have a weird feeling about something, but I want to check and be sure that I'm correct about this before I make an incorrect statement. Okay, this is one package. I'm trying to like do a puzzle and put these pieces together here and see something that I just have a sneaking suspicion about. Okay, now this is all starting to make a little tiny bit more sense. These two babies are actually, let me make sure I'm right about this one too. Let's see, what number is that on there? Trying to match, sorry, I know this is really boring right now, guys, but this is kind of important, so I want to make sure I find the packaging and get this right before I make a false statement. Okay, that's why. They are actually expired. And I don't feel bad, Julie, because you obviously didn't know this. Some EOSs, I thought all EOSs used to have expiration dates on them. They don't all now, apparently. Because the two in the set for Mary, I don't see an expiration date on anywhere. But these two sticks, actually, one expired in July and one expired in August. So I don't know if that is why I'm getting the weird feels from them. So that is probably why. I would have to get brand new ones of these to give an accurate representation. Julie, please don't feel bad. I'm just in brutal honesty. I only want to make sure everybody has the accurate information. So I just want to put that out there. They are expired. With EOS, something that has an expiration date on it, if it doesn't feel or smell a little off or wonky to me, I will still continue to use, especially if it's something that's non-organic, like, a lip smack or a chapstick, things that have lots of preservatives in them, because EOSs are generally, I believe they are all, if I'm not correct, organic, or at least mostly organic. they probably expire. That's why they have expiration dates. And I mean, even like a lip smacker will probably have the little logo on it that says, like, you know, it's got the little thing that says 2 years. They usually recommend that after 2 years you toss them. I don't, because I've never, knock on wood, had one turn wonky yet. These felt a little wonky and they smelled a tiny bit wonky. So I am going to be tossing them. I'm so sorry, Julie. Please don't feel bad. Please, please, please don't feel bad. I'm so grateful that you gave them to me. And I'm really glad I got the chance to try them. But just to err on the side of caution, they will be getting tossed. So they will not be staying in my collection for my haul, my overall collection video that I do next. Just because I'm just a little bit concerned. I know my dear friend Janet Beetle Babe has had, you know, issues with lip balms expiring lately. I've never, honestly, never had an issue where a lip balm has turned weird for me. There are some I have to revisit that have been in my stash for a long time. Some are unused and untouched, just simply packaged from, like, you know, if they came in a blister pack or something. They've, like, literally never been opened. They've never been reviewed. They've never been used. So I do have to go back through my collection to make sure I don't have anything that's wonky and smells or feels weird. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, guys. So I can't give you a fair representation on the Sweet Mint or the vanilla sticks because they are past their date by about 6 months apiece. And I just don't want you guys to get a wrong impression. So don't judge those. These three, however, I have no problems with. They don't have expiration dates on them, so I would assume, I mean, that's just my guess, that because they were brand new and unsealed, and as were Julie's, FYI, they were sealed in shrink wrap, but that they don't have an expiration date on them, that I would imagine that they're probably good for at least a year, and I didn't get any weird scents or wonky feels from them. But just to err on the side of caution, guys, with something that is even partially organic, I would recommend that you do toss it if it gives you any weird feelings, or you do say that it is expired and it smells off or feels off in any way, shape, or form. So that is it for this, guys. I just wanted to put the word out there, make sure I got through all the EOSs that I have that were sitting in my box waiting to be reviewed, and then the next video I can shoot on my bed in a minute or two is going to be my entire EOS collection, sans the 2 stick ones that I just tossed, to be perfectly safe. But Julie, I love you. You're amazing. She gives me such wonderful friend mails, and I know she's probably going to feel crappy, but it was an oversight. How would anybody know? Especially if you just bought them. Like, you would never expect that a store would still have, you know, expired items like that on the shelf. So I'm not upset at all, and I feel bad. And it's, you know, it's, anybody can make that mistake. Anyone can miss that easily. So I'm not upset in any way, shape, or form. I hope you're not upset. Please know, guys, that Julie is an amazing person. Just if she, you know, ever decides she wanted to do swapping or trading or anything with any of you guys, she's perfectly legit. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. I trust her implicitly. It was just an oversight, and, you know, no harm, no foul. But anyway, that is it for this video, you guys. I love you guys so much, and I will be back in just a few minutes with more stuff, specifically my EOS collection. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.